Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 18 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber. Last time out, Jason Parham fanned, he only fanned 6, but he pitched 8 scoreless innings and allowed only 3 hits against the Seattle Mariners in a no decision for him, but a win for the Boston Red Sox. So that's good for him. I'd like to apologize for the brief delay in performances. We are having some technical upgrades here at the Tyrant Saber Let's Play Enterprises front offices, so it may not result in a whole lot of changes since everything is pretty much locked in on the console side, but it may result in easier and more quickly created videos for you, which hopefully will allow me to create kind of a backlog for you, so delays of this nature may not occur so often. Let's get at it, though. Okay, bullpen day. What do we got? Cutter velocity, we are capped on K per 9, which is not fantastic. Not a fan of that, I'm sorry to say. Two-seam velocity would be fun, because we still need to get that up to its max. Get the speed up on Jason's running speed. That's not necessarily so much what I'm worried about, but we can think about it. Durability and pitching clutch we could do. Circle control, slider break. Slider break is at its cap almost, so I'm going to think about getting that up. I think I'm going to go ahead and get my two-seam velocity up. Because who doesn't love more heat on your heater?
A pitcher who's been inefficient from the stretch of late is given a coach up.
Yeah, Jason had a couple of bad games there between the Tigers, Blue Jays, and Athletics in terms of hitting and scoring. But, you know, any advantages we can get in pitch and clutch, we should take. Okay, looks like it's time for us to play the Toronto Blue Jays. I keep saying Boston Red Sox when I mean the Toronto Blue Jays. They have come back to Fenway Park, so we're going to play them once again. Now, Jason has played against the Blue Jays a grand total of 4 times in a row. He's 0-2 against them, and he has a 3.91 ERA against them. So, let's see if he can get some revenge for them against, I can't talk today. See if we can't get some revenge against them for last time, so we can go out there and get it.
Another big crowd filing in for Saturday night baseball here at Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. Both Sox are riding an 8-game win streak. They'll try to run it to 9 next. Jason Parham, a right-hander from the Keystone State, gets the ball as the starter in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, man, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been pretty good his last 3 starts. A whip under 1.20, so he minimizes the amount of base runners. He's a tough customer. It'll be fun to watch him to see if he's on point early in this one here today.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark.
Okay, first pitch of the game, top of the first. Well, I should have probably watched the footage against the Blue Jays before now, but I didn't, so we're just going to have to get out there and get some.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And we are underway from Fenway as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball 1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They have certainly had it going lately. Winners of 8 in a row.
I'm super excited, Matty, to watch this team play today because it's rare. You don't see many teams rattle off 8 wins in a row like they have.
Swing and a miss on the
right
slider
now,
down.
Super excited to watch them take
it's a 1-1.
And we'll see some 40s before things are said and done tonight. Right now, 51 degrees at first pitch.
So Jason didn't get the win last time out, but he certainly has contributed to this winning stretch here. I'd like to keep it rolling today, of course.
Strike to the Jays leadoff batter.
Okay, low two-seamer.
Hey, have a rip at it up there, huh?
takes this the other way.
And this one's a
And that
blooper out
flies
to,
him
or a
grass.
line
It's a
drive
base
out
hit.
to
With that, the Jays
right
put their
field,
leadoff man on
and
to
that
start
puts
the inning.
Teoscar Hernandez out
Boy, so
on
frustrating
first
as a pitcher.
base.
You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher.
Kind of
right
unusual.
there. He
Teoscar
executed
Hernandez
his
has
pitch,
faced
but
off
nice
against
job
Jay a
by
number
the
of times. He
offensive
has
player.
13 career
Fight.
at-bats
Doesn't matter
against
what it
Jason, and
looks
he's only
like,
got a
knocks and knocks.
135 WOBA, which translates to a 154 batting average. So that was actually kind of an unusually timely hit for him. So good for him. That said, now we got now we have Josh Rutledge on the plate.
Stepping in now, Josh Rutledge. As he'll pick on the first pitch.
And
line one
there's
back up the
another
middle,
hit.
and
So
that's a
now
base hit.
Jason has allowed 2 men on base in the first 2 batters of the game. So this is not going as well as Jay would like to start the day.
He's found a barrel to the first 2 guys to start this game. Now he's got to worry about the middle of the order.
Okay. So now it's Mitch Haniger, who has gone yard on Jason even recently.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. As the first pitch to
So
him
let's see if we
runs
can't get
inside
out of
for
this
ball
jam
1.
right here. This is where that pitching clutch would come in handy, you know.
Hernandez on second. Rutledge at first with no outs.
See, try for the double play here if we can get it.
That
Oh,
missed.
and the umpire is not doing us any favors today.
Come on, let it rip right here.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Row? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for.
Oh,
man.
wow.
Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given
So
2 or 3
this is
inches
not
off
turning
the
out well
outside
for Jay
corner,
on
but
his
you
first
can't
time
do it
out on the
inside corner.
mound.
If you're going to stick to one
Hit,
thing and stay
hit,
consistent with
walk.
it, no player will
Goodness.
have a gripe with you.
Now we got Josh Donaldson on.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Okay, so that's a
Takes the
strike.
Down at knees for a strike. Donaldson, commonly known as the bringer of rain around the game. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest.
Swing and a miss
I
on
know
the
he
curveball,
wants
so
to
that's
turn it up a
0-2
little bit,
finally.
though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary
And
push. As he
my catcher is calling for a high inside fastball, so I'm going to give it
Lifted
to
down the
Blake,
line
and I
left.
believe that's going to fall foul. Well, it's going to fall into
Looks it
Andrew
into his glove,
Benintendi's
and
hand.
there's one gone.
And with the
only
janitor
one away,
throw
no
out
need
to
test it as he'll hold tight at third base.
who is that?
Now, a moment
That
as
is
we take a
my
look at the
shortstop,
Jays
Marcus
starting
Semien.
nine for
So
this one. Dero, what's the key in trying to stop
that's
their
a
opponent's winning streak?
unfortunate pitch, or an unfortunate pop out for the Blue Jays.
They are last in stolen bases. They are station to station trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark, trying to
But
get
it sure
good
gets
counts
Jason out of a
and
jam.
drive the baseball out of the yard to create their runs.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Jake Lamb.
Well, Jason's
batting
still in the
just a
jam.
notch
Let's not
below
get ahead of
average
ourselves.
so far on the season.
But it prevents things from getting really out of hand.
He's set and the pitch. Another slow breaking ball that misses
Unfortunately,
down low.
Jay is having a real devil of a time hitting the strike zone today. Swing and a miss.
Outclassed by that
Blew that
fastball
one
for a strike.
past Jake
Hey, that's just a
Lamb,
great mix of pitches
batting
right
fifth
there,
in
and
the
that's
order.
what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Okay, that's a high
Well
fastball.
above the
That's not
zone for a
fantastic.
ball.
Well, when the pressure
Slider's
starts to
been
intensify,
just not
it
working
often
today,
feels
so I'm
like
going
the strike zone
to give
gets
that one a
harder and
breather.
harder to hit.
And
This is a
instead,
big
I'm going to
spot
go
here.
with the curveball inside.
And he misses
And that's
again,
not
ball
working
3.
either.
Waiting his turn on deck, Yoenis Cespedes.
All right, let's not walk a man in. I'd love to avoid that right now. So low outside fastball. Swing and a miss.
3-2.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball,
He had good
those are
timing
the
on it,
ones
so I
you
don't dare
really
throw him
wanna
the same
punish.
thing.
Couldn't get the bat on it, so
But
we'll see if
he
that
went
comes back to haunt him.
Curveball, fastball, fastball, curveball, fastball. So I think it's time for the changeup, and I think I'm going to go inside on him.
very weakly on the ground.
He taps it. That's
a
okay.
foul ball.
But he was early, so... And I'm going to go aggressive on this showtime right here because I really don't want to screw this one up. And that's a strikeout. Get off my plate. Jake Lamb goes down on strikes, so that is bases loaded, 2 out now.
Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
And that is going to help me out here, because if I can get Yoenis Cespedes out without giving up any runs, that's going to be huge.
First delivery to him on the way. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the
Changeup
zone
straight
for a strike.
past him. I'm going to go ahead and go inside high fastball.
Takes a high
He doesn't swing at it, even though it's right up in the happy zone.
Pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
And we'll go again, showtime slider, low and away, and see what Yoenis Cespedes can do with it.
And he comes
Swing
back
and
again,
a
so
miss.
Great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded.
Got into a jam and got out of it.
Strikeouts
Jason
keep him out
Parham,
of danger.
this is why he
On
won the
the
Cy
bottom of
Young.
the first, no score on MLB Network. Here's Randall Grichuk. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Designated hitter, Randall Richard.
No score after the bottom of the first, so it's back to business as usual.
Hey, see you trying it right back to the pitcher, huh now?
Ready with the
Let's hope
first
Jason
pitch.
doesn't
Here it
allow a
comes.
situation quite like that
Takes a
again, because
fastball on
we
the
got out of
inside
it, but
corner.
it's not wise to get into it in the first place.
Breaking
Swing and a
balls in for
miss.
strike.
Okay, so we're 0-2. We've gone fastball, curveball. He had good timing on that last one, so let's give him something different.
The windup
Give him a
and the
changeup.
0-2 pitch.
Outside corner.
Down the left
And he
field
connects
line
on
and
it,
deep.
but yanks
And
it,
this
so
will
he was
wind up a
early.
foul ball.
And my catcher today, it is Blake Swihart, is calling for an inside off-the-plate fastball.
The next 0-2.
I'll give it to him just to keep Grichuk.
Misses for ball one.
Keep Grichuk
Hey,
on
I
his
can
toes
understand
there
why
so he
wanted to
doesn't
elevate the fastball
creep
right
up too
there.
much.
This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
The 1-2 is in there.
And
Called strike
caught looking.
3.
Get off my plate.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And the guy who brought home gold last year resides at second base in this one today. The ability to pivot with anybody in the game, turn in double plays, hand over fist. The ability to have range both right and left and makes all the routine plays.
And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
All right, so nobody on, 1 out, and a runny nose.
Ahead of him right here.
First pitch on its way.
And lest we...
Fastball here as he'll take a look
ump.
at ball 1-0.
Well, he punched
This guy
out the
really
last
wants to
guy,
see
but
some dingers,
he didn't
I think.
Get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Now the 1-0.
It's been a while since we talked about the umpire mind, but I think it's starting to get a little sassy. Jose Abreu unable to clean up that pitch. And J.D. Martinez makes a mistake out there in the outfield, and a single turns into a double.
Good job of going the other way here as he checks in with the 1-out double. And as we show you the Blue Jays leaderboard, you can see he finds himself number 4 on the list.
At least he knocked it down and didn't let it get past him. I suppose that's positive. But Once again, this is turning into a little bit of a messy start to the inning.
Gallegos, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry.
Swinging a miss on the changeup.
Dandy that time as he jumps ahead with strike one.
I don't mind the aggressiveness right there. He was definitely trying to get the head to a fastball. He pulled the string on that one. He's going to have to stay back a little bit longer.
Uh-oh, not a fan of that curve. Wow, that one just kind of broke and kept breaking.
Hey, see it up and drive.
Slider outside, doesn't quite make it back to the plate.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
And it's
Swinging a miss on the cutter, inside low. He was late on it, so I think the thing to do is to go high inside, two seam.
And a
Ooh.
neck-high fastball
Keep him guessing up there.
Oscar Hernandez
Haven't hit anybody this year, and Jason has historically not been a guy that plinks many guys, but doesn't mean he won't. Doesn't mean he can't.
Full count still.
Okay, so he got that curve, but he was late on it. So I'm going to go high outside fastball this time, I think.
The 3-2 one more time. Swinging a soft
And that is a line
drive
drive straight up the middle, and that's going to let Aledmus Diaz get home for the run. So that's not great.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy.
Efficiency not coming today.
You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to.
Okay, and now Teoscar Hernandez back on the plate, so let's see what we can do with him.
Standing in now, Teoscar Hernandez, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. A base hit in his first trip.
Hey, ground ball right now, huh now?
Okay, so I missed with the curveball. Let's try a changeup.
Here comes the 1-0. Hit sharply toward the right side.
Connects with that changeup, but J.D. Martinez makes a sliding catch out there to corral it, and that's two away. Man on first.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
We got two down.
Now batting, second baseman, Josh.
Into the box now, Josh Rutledge, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Hey, here we go. Come on now. One time.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Okay, so it's 0-2 on two fastballs, so I think now we'll give him the changeup.
Hey, have a rip. Like
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
And he doesn't
Good
swing
changeup
on it,
that
which is
time,
good
but he
eyes on
wouldn't
his
bite
part.
it.
Let her rip. Let her rip.
Okay, we'll go slider today.
Pitch, drive it deep, huh? Here you go.
Towards second.
And that one is right out at DJ LeMahieu, who ranges over and pulls it in. Over to Jose Abreu to close out the second with one run across.
Bottom half of inning number 2. The Jays are out in front, 1-0. Digging in now, Mitch Haniger. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Okay, so the Red Sox pull it back, so now it's back to a 1-1 tie. Hopefully, we'll keep it there.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Cutter outside.
And that gets him
Ow,
on the
right
mound.
off of Jay.
And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
And that sucks.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Let it rip right here. Let's roll it, huh?
All right, well, that sucks, and I'm sure Jason's a little sore about that. Have to see where that hit him.
Comes set. Here's the nothing
But we'll keep going. Bouncer over to DJ LeMahieu, gets it over to Marcus Semien, over to Jose Abreu. That's my double play.
Now batting, Jake Lamb. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Jake Lamb.
Keep rolling, huh?
Okay, so nobody on. 2 outs, 3rd inning, tied game.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Jason's already thrown 44 pitches, which is not his most efficient outing, but at this point, I just want to get out of this game with without blowing too many runs, or allowing too many runs. It's just not, brain's not working so well today.
And he goes down and gets this fastball.
And he yokes it out to the outfield. That's off the wall.
And it is troubled.
And that's going to be a nice little double there for Jake Lamb.
With 2 away.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be one of those 1, 2, 3 easy innings, but now all of a sudden they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double. Big moment here.
So good for Jake Lamb for getting that nice little Karam off the wall. And it's back to Yoenis Cespedes, former teammate of Jason Parham off the Mets for about a year, half a year perhaps.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
2 outs here. There's a 1 here. There you go, left fly.
Okay, let's see.
May have gotten a piece of that one, but no matter,
tapped
it's
it.
1-1.
That's a really nice thing about pitching with the base open. You can work out of the strike zone a little bit more and try to get a guy to chase your pitch, just like that one.
Okay. Well, he's definitely hungry for a hit. My fastballs today just don't seem to be cutting it.
Hit in the air down the right field line.
And cranks it out to right field, but that's off the wall and foul. That's okay. So he was late on that. I'm going to go ahead and risk another fastball. This one's going to be high inside. See if he comes after it.
Gets him looking up around the
Got
letters.
it. Have a seat and get comfortable.
Blue Jays held in check. Home half of the 3rd coming up. Tied at 1. Now at the plate, Randall Gritchick. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Designated hitter, Randall Gritchick.
Okay.
Left fly, let's go right here.
First pitch on its way. Hard on the ground towards short.
Okay, that's a
through
bouncer
for a
out there
base
to
hit,
left
and he's
field,
1
so
for 2
already
now.
we're in trouble.
So
Randall
it's a base
Gritchick getting a
knock to
base
lead
hit.
off their half of the 4th.
Top
Hey
of
guys,
the
I think
4th.
pitcher was
Still a
just
tie
trying to
game.
steal a strike right there. I do not think he expected to get ambushed on an 0-0 get me over breaking ball. But that's exactly
Well,
what
if I remember my stats correctly, looking at Jason's kind of miscellaneous stuff, I may post it on the screen here in a sec. Jason's kind of weakness so far this season has been the ambushed 0-0 pitch, where people are just hitting him on the first pitch.
In now, Aledmus
And
Diaz.
perhaps my approach has always...
In the dirt here.
And
it's not in time, as
Blake
he did well
Swihart,
ahead of the
or rather,
Forget about the double play
Jason
now
bounces
as they
that
move
one
up
in
to
dirt.
second here
Blake
on the
Swihart
wild
can't
pitch.
corral it, and that
just
turns
one
into a
pitch
wild
after
pitch
giving
that
up
has
the
turned a
base knock.
single into
He
a double.
uncorks a wild one
Never a
and
good
allows him to
thing.
go to second. That's like giving a guy a double that he didn't even earn. That'll drive you crazy when you're on the mound.
go now. Come on now, one time.
But there's nothing we can. And there's another short blooper up to right field, rather. Dang. All right. Well, now we're first and third with no outs, and we're back into trouble again.
Off to the batter right there. He was obviously, you could see in his approach, he was trying to work that ball the other way. And he finds a hole. Now it's first and third. Mucho problemas on the mound.
So now Randall Grichuk is on third. Aledmus Diaz is on first. And now we got, I don't remember his name off the top of my head. We got Joel Gallegos, on the plate looking to drive somebody home.
Into the box, Joel Gallegos, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike one. And they're runners at the corners now.
Let's hold them right here.
I should have just let Matty V say it for me.
A swing and a ground ball to third.
And that's past Rafael Devers at third, which allows another run. So that's 2-1 for the Blue Jays, and Randall Grichuk gets himself a run. Joel Gallegos gets himself another RBI. And Jason, today, he's not giving up as many runs as he has in the past yet, but he's still really struggling out here today.
Standing in now, Teoscar Hernandez, as he'll take a look at ball one.
So now we got to start thinking about whether or not Jay's even going to make it to the end of the sixth at this point.
Hit hard on the ground.
And that's a tapper over to DJ. Gets it to. That was kind of a lackadaisical throw there, but that still gets an out.
So coming to the plate, Josh Rutledge.
Could have been a double play, I hope, but we didn't quite get there.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Takes a look at
okay, Cutter gets a strike.
With one out and runners on the corners, some managers like to hit and run here. It's a little risky, but it can help you stay out of the double play if it's well executed.
Go for an inside slider, I think. Because my usual bag of trick is not working here. Man, Jay.
9 hits and no
pull it together,
in the
buddy.
Game for Toronto.
Here we go.
And that misses 2-1.
Oh, boy.
Times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do.
Well, I mean, it's not the end of the world if we walk somebody here, but I really would like to avoid it if I can help it.
Got himself ahead in the count now.
And he wouldn't have made
swing and a miss on the
contact with that
curveball
one
low.
more. It's 2-2.
That's okay.
Grounded back up.
And that's a little grounder. Marcus Semien, DJ LeMahieu, Jose Abreu keeps it a 2-1 game, but that still gives up the run to the Blue Jays in the top of the fourth, so we are behind once again. And the Red Sox are sounding off.
Into the box, Mitch Haniger. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie.
And here we go again. Boston pulls it even again, so Jason is still in it, even though he is really struggling out there on the mound.
First offering on its
Jay, I think I'm going to go a little on the outside.
Corner that time, but it
see if I can't get one of these guys trying to ambush me and fall short.
This is line to left.
And he cranks it left field, but Andrew Benintendi is out there to pull it in. Short of the monster.
Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but
one pitch, one out.
Too long, just unlucky that time.
The batter number 20, third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Into the box now, Josh Donaldson. Swing and a line drive.
Ooh, cranks it left field, but he was early on it, and that's going to fall foul.
Bats so far. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Looks at a changeup on the inside corner for a strike.
0-2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Hey, put one in the gap right
Pitch
here.
on the way.
I don't know. Some of the pitches that Jason has thrown today kind of makes him seem like he drank the sassy today
Basic
instead of
pitching
used
right
it on
there.
his hair.
0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now
But then
time to go
again,
to
you look at that
curveball
perfect quaff
down
of
and
his,
away.
and you know that's a man who takes care of his hair. Or, you know, lets birds' nests in it, perhaps.
This one's driven the other way and deep
Cranked.
to the corner. And that nearly broke our
But
tie,
foul.
But instead it's a foul
My
ball.
goodness. He was late on it, so I think the thing to do here, low, outside cutter, and pray he doesn't get lucky.
And this is swung on and
Swing and a
missed.
miss.
2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Now batting, first baseman, Jake Lamb.
Jake Lamb standing in now.
Jason's been pretty lucky this year with some of these fly balls,
Can't find the zone. It's
because some of them have, you know, a lot more of them have gone foul than have gone for homers, but some of them have had the distance, man.
The 1-0 is laid off for ball
Ooh.
2.
Slider
Boy, he just
slides
looks
right on
locked in at the
inside.
plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2
All right.
stone-cold
I don't
takes
like it.
right
I'm
there
gonna
to put
challenge him.
himself in a great hitter's count.
3-0 now.
Well, that's not the challenge I had in mind there, but okay. Oh, I don't think that's a good idea, Blake. I mean, I'll give you a low slider, but I don't want to give you one middle of the plate. If I walk him, I walk him.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was.
Hey, grip it and rip it, kid. Let's go.
All right. Well, I'm going to go outside changeup again. Really relying on this changeup today.
Fill the count 3-2. 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error thus far for Toronto.
I haven't shown him a curveball either, so I'm going to go ahead, risk it for the biscuit. Inside curveball. No, I'm going to go inside top of the zone. Ant special. You know you love it.
And he lost him here on 3-2
Oh.
as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
No credit.
Oh, boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Here's your one,
Well,
Cespedes, and he's at risk.
Execution was where I wanted it, but the umpire didn't see it that way. So that's another walk for Jason on the day. It's another man at the plate, and that is just another reason to shower this one off.
Striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guys not going to worry.
That's a
about
bouncer
three
over to
strikeouts
Rafael
if he
Devers. Gets
can.
it over to
And
Jose
throw to
Brave.
first
Gets
there.
us out of the
is
inning.
over.
No harm, no foul, I suppose.
Toronto. We've hit the halfway point, tied at 2. Digging in and looking for more, Rendell Grichuk, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Designated hitter, Randall Richard.
Okay. We're still tied 2-2. Jason's still out here. Top of the 6th.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Well, he's not going to pitch all the way this time, but he is going to continue to throw, I
When I
suppose.
first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get a lean in left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Well, between Randall Grichuk, Aledmus Diaz, and Jose Gallegos, they have been pretty much the entirety of the offense today. Aside from those first inning successes of the leadoff hitters, there really hasn't been a whole lot done by them. Meanwhile, the 2 runs have been scored by Grichuk and Diaz, and the 2 RBIs have been done by Gallegos. So, if anything, this is the inning I have to be worried about, not the top of the 7th.
The 1-2. He's able to take the ball the other way here. High
and he cranks it.
Center.
Long.
To lead off
gone.
The inning.
Right into Williamsburg. And I suspect that may be Jason's day right there.
Randall Grichuk leaves the yard with a solo shot. 6th home run on the season for him as the Blue Jays have taken a 3-2 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Here comes the Red Sox manager.
Yep, and that will do it for Jason today. Long overdue, in my opinion, but I guess the manager had more faith in Jay than I did.
He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless.
Yeah, well, that's just the way it is, I suppose. Jason did not do his best today, and unfortunately, the Blue Jays took advantage of it. So we'll just have to find out how well the relief of the Red Sox can handle it now that we're down 3-2 in the top of the 6th. So it's time for us to see how it goes. Survey says...
Well, the man you see right there had a game to be proud of.
At 22 innings, the game is tied for 9th longest of all time, but Jason pitches for only 5 innings, allows 10 hits and 2 walks for 3 runs, including a Randall Grichuk home run, collects 5 strikeouts. He remains at 4-3 on the season, and he remains at 32-29 in his career. His ERA is at 2.27, his FIP is at 2.35, and his xFIP is at 2.64. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I'll see you at the ballpark.